Hello everybody again and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host Mike, and in the background is the famous Florida guy. Would you say your name is Kage?
No, you're right. Kage's not me.
Oh, you're not Kage, you are Kameo. Oh Kameo, oh Kameo. Kameo, what's going on?
Another day, another dollar.
Are you kissing their ass and making them holla?
I don't kiss ass.
Oh, you don't do that? That's actually a good thing. If you are doing that, just don't. It's not worth it. Just the boss just gives you more work anyway, so you're not making friends. Just a word to the wise there. So Kameo, what are you talking about today? Everybody wants to know about the last trips and stuff like that.
No trips, dude.
No. Well, I've got some interesting information. This is some inside dirt that came out from the banks before we start the stocks. And the reason why we're saying this again, guys, is because you need to be planning on what stocks you're buying, because we don't know when the party is about to be over. So, but big banks are finally recognizing that Evergrande is only the beginning of China's economic crisis. This article comes from the Gateway Pundit. Says today, big banks, UBS, and Barclays finally admitted that Evergrande's solvency issue is a small part of the China economic crisis. Ooh, what do you think's coming down the pike there, Kameo? Do you think some of them could possibly get the containers moving again and get some people back to work before this whole thing just crumbles down?
Probably not.
I don't know. I've heard of Dark Christmas. I've heard of Blue Christmas. So it looks like today the banks finally got on the report. Market Insider reports the ongoing crisis at property developer Evergrande is infecting the broader Chinese economy. Yes, we talked about this 2 weeks ago, guys, that it is trickling down to every other real estate company. And we don't know, as far as yet, they haven't released what U.S. banks are involved in building these, as far as these ghost cities, or what they call empty. It must be nice to have the U.S. banks that got bailed out lending money to empty buildings there, huh, Kameo? Building skyscrapers that are empty?
Yes, sir.
So it looks like Evergrande is infecting the broader Chinese economy, according to USB and Barclays, who warned that the growth was much lower than previously expected in 2021. The two banks, Evergrande and the looming default of squeezing the broader Chinese property sector, which is the main source of growth of the economy, they said Chinese power crunch could drag out there, it looks like they're saying. Both onshore and offshore bond markets remain effectively closed for property developers with sales. Did you see the story about the dude selling the Porsche?
Nuh-uh.
Dude, he was like all these investors in Evergrande, they're selling all their Porsches properties off because they're out the dough for what they're into, and they're hitting the panic mode.
Right down.
One lady, I talked about it last week. She was threatening herself with a knife, and I don't know if she took it out in front of everybody, but she did something bad or something like that, is what I heard. But it looks like they say the main source of cash flow and dropping. UBS analysts that led the chief of China's economist Tao Wang said on a note Monday, analysts of Barclays, including chief China economist Jing Shang, said that there's a rapid deterioration in the housing market sentiment as Evergrande financial difficulties spread to more developers in October. They've been warning about the China investment crisis for years. It's been warned and warned and warned. It's the current situation trends are worse, and I repeat, mark this down on your calendar because you're going to hear it here before you hear anywhere in the alphabet news. It is worse than the Goldman Sachs situation that happened in 2008. They're saying it could be 5 times larger than Lehman Brothers. So with that, you've been warned, Kameo. Not you, but everybody else out there. So that's why whenever we have a chance, take a look at some of these biopharmaceutical stocks and try to figure out, get your house in order, because we don't know when it's going to happen, but the shitteth is about to hit the faneth. It's just wheneth, if that makes sense. What say you?
It's been hitting the fan, and it's only going to keep hitting the fan.
Aren't you glad you just have an economic proof job there, Kameo, huh?
No, I'm quitting my job.
Oh, I forgot. You're going to be a professional metal detector on the beach, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I just want to be a professional metal detector after hurricanes. Just go pick up coins from all the coins and rings. That would be my dream job right there. Just do that. Sit on the beach every day. So.
That's my dream job.
Yours would be at the what is it, the at the bar there sipping on 7 and 7.
Yeah, I'm sipping on 7 and 7.
At the Takara.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so we're going on to stocks. We're just giving you an Evergrande update. I know a lot of listeners like to hear a little Evergrande update, but we just covered that. That article was written by Joe Hoft. You can go check him out on the Gateway Pundit. He is banned everywhere else because it's apparently everybody gets banned, especially like Chappelle and everybody else that likes to speak out their opinion. So hopefully we'll be here next week as well. So we're out on this one. We're going to the next stocks. Okay, guys, the first stock we have, Cameo, is ADMP. ADMP, Adamis Pharmaceuticals Corporation. Now, Cameo, this one obviously is on the promotion list, so we have to warn the listeners. What do we warn them about, if any new listeners with promotions?
I don't know. What do you tell them?
Do not buy if it's being promoted right away, unless you're trying to short. If short's your game, then that's the thing. Now, they're looking at the graph here. If you guys want to pull it up on Market Watch and pull up along with us, you could see that there is swing potential in this. Now, it is a COVID-related stock. Cameo, it looks like on this you have in December of 20, if you bought this, it was at half a cent, if you can believe it or not. Sorry, it was about 50 cents. Sorry. And then it looks like it went up to about $1.50, almost $1.75, and then it's been going up and down. So if you bought a ton of shares, you probably could make some coin here and there for shorting. Now, going into the website, that's basically the year history, is that it almost went to $1.75. So as far as this one would be a safer play as far as into the safe zone, because it's dealing with the ongoing crisis which we're having in this world. Adamis Pharmaceuticals, going to the website, well, Cameo, it looks pretty good, and you obviously thought it looked good after the conversations I had to you going in and talking about it. It's a pharmaceutical corporation specializing in biopharmaceutical company developing and commercializing pharmaceutical products in therapeutic areas, including respiratory diseases, allergy, and opioid overdoses. Cameo, what would you say about all three of those? Would you say those are pretty much an epidemic right now for what everything's going on?
Yeah, oh yeah, everything. Anything to do with drugs, oppression.
Yeah, because one, you have the pandemic. Two, the pandemic affects the lungs. Three, all the depression going on from loss of jobs, loss of wages, relationships are strained, things like that. These guys are trying to help that out. So with that, one of the products they have is an injection and lower cost therapeutic epinephrine alternative to the anaphylaxis market, which is great because that's with what? The allergic reactions, correct, Amundo?
Exactly.
Didn't you had a good experience with Super Mario when he got stung by the bee that one time when you guys were out? What was that? You guys were hiking and then you used that freaking EpiPen on him?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that was funny when that was fun.
Elk hunting, dude.
I mean, it wasn't funny when you were elk hunting, but it was because remember when you were like, remember when you hit him? He goes, "What the hell did you do to me for that, you asshole?" And you're like, "I'm trying to help you, dude." Remember that?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then all of a sudden he's all, "Oh, cool, it stopped the swelling." But yeah, Cameo's brother got pissed off at him because he thought he was trying to stab him or something, but he was actually, he was trying to help him, so he wouldn't go into shock, man. So that was crazy when he did that to you, man.
Yeah.
Dude, does he always do that when you're trying to help him, or what?
He's always freaking out like a little girl.
Yeah, I don't understand that. So, but that was one of our funny stories to tell about the lives of Cameo and his family there. We also have for respiratory and opioid overdose. Adamis is dedicated to advancing the therapeutic areas of respiratory diseases, allergies, opioid overdose, and providing affordable treatment for solutions. as far as this goes, we have such a bad problem in the country. We lose so many people because of the opioid crisis. And no, this isn't an infomercial for that. But if we can do anything to bring awareness and to help people out, we need to get this under control. We could also get it under control by also stopping the illegal import of that. But some people on one side don't want to do it for some reasons, which we don't know. I mean, we do know, but we don't know, but we do know, and we don't know. Right, Camille?
Yeah, you never know, but you do know. I don't know.
Yeah, so pretty much what we're saying is they don't want to do anything about it, probably. So hands are tied, too much money being made, and we'll leave it at that. Do we have a solution? No, we don't. We're just a bunch of analysts that cover the news and cover the stocks. So specialty pharmaceuticals going into it. In requiring changing a healthcare landscape, delivering value with true vision, they're currently developing products in various therapeutic areas, including respiratory diseases, allergy, opioid overdose. ADMP will pursue 505(b)(2) regulatory approval filings whenever possible in order to minimize the cost of shortened time to the market. The focus is to create high-quality, low-cost therapeutic alternatives to existing treatments. One of these represents developmental stage, intends to pursue the U.S. license commercial for U.S. World Meds. So, with that, Camille, if this hits, and you are going to the graph there, you're at, I'm going to show this to you on the screen. You're at $1.19 right there. If they get that approval when that final deal goes through, guess what you're going to be singing when you're at the bank?
What?
I got a lot of money flowing. You're going to be like, hey, 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 baby, I got the money. You'll be saying that because, I mean, that's all it takes, right? Right, Camille, is one approval. Now, I wouldn't say buy today because obviously they're trying to raise dineros here. I would find a way in when it's down. That's my game. I grab them when they're down and they're dumped because you could be looking at $1.19. I'm talking about it right now. Tomorrow it could be at it's not that far of a reach to say that this thing will be $1.30 in 2 or 3 days. But then on Friday they're going to come in and they're going to need to pay for their women, the booze, the boats, and everything, and they're going to freaking short this thing. They're going to short it. So when they dump, that's when you're going to come in and gobble up the cheap shares. That's our game. That's how me and Camille play. Wouldn't you say there, Camille?
Yes, sir.
So let's go to another part of the pipeline. Going on this thing, you can see the little cutesy website here. They got the beakers and all that stuff. I know Camille likes this. They got this. They got the other study. This is the approval of ZIMIHI. No, not Zima the drink. Not the drink that you dude. You used to drink Zimas, didn't you, or no?
No.
No, actually, I did a couple times. I used to buy them for the girls, dude.
We used to drink Coronas on the beach.
Coronas with lime, dude. That was my first experience with Coronas. Too bad we were breaking the law with fathers, but we would. Dad would give us a couple. Dad would give us a Corona, and we drive the boat around, and because they were intoxicated. So yeah, but that was the old days, back when you can do that stuff. Now they freaking child abuse will throw you in jail. That was the old days. The unique high dose of 5 milligrams naloxone injection for treatment of opioid overdose. ADMP intends to develop the product candidate by utilizing the same patented Simject syringe drug delivery platform approved by the Simject product. So this is for opioid overdose. Naloxone is an opioid antagonist that will treat the narcotic overdoses. If they get this approval, Camille, again, huge. You have 3 different developments that they're doing, and the next one I'm going to tell you is even more huge. But wouldn't you say that this has killed a ton of people too as well, not just including some of your other diseases out there, but look at these statistics on here. You have, according to statistics published by the Centers of Disease Control, Camille, I mean, you're going to believe it because you've known some friends and family, not family, but friends, through schools, because one of the schools that you went to has the highest drug rate in the state. They have 72,000 deaths in the United States, greater than 195 deaths per day from drug overdose, are a leading cause of death in Americans under 50. Can you believe that? Is that just depressing?
Pretty much. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's true.
Also, the current epidemic of drug overdose is killing people faster than the rate of the HIV epidemic in its peak. I could totally believe that. I mean, you can remember they have by us on the freeway. I know you see them all. I don't know what some of the other cities you've traveled in, but I've seen on some of the cities that I've traveled in, it's like a freaking ticker count, and that thing goes up either after New Year's, Christmas, or any holiday, and it's mostly all drug overdoses. And the ones that you've seen, Cameo, I mean, you've seen some bad ones, man, as far as with it, they get hyped up and then jumping off freeway bridges and everything, and then you've had to pick up the pieces. It's not good. So
It's not fun, that's for sure.
anything that a company like this can do, like I said before, guys, not only are you helping out the good of mankind, because by doing this, you're helping them development. The money that you put in, you might not make $1 million, you might make $100,000, but put into the fact that when you're doing some of these stocks, you're helping mankind for the good, so they can develop treatments for these people. No one wants to see people go through this kind of stuff. Kameo's been on the front lines. He's seen all of it. He's been on both sides of the aisle. He's not a user or anything, but he's been on the mending end of helping people, and he's also seen the tragic effects of it because he had to work in that type of field. Kameo's got lots of experience. I also do too, but not as much as Kameo does as far as with seeing these tragedies happen. Okay, Camille, so the next one they have is the Tempo Gel study. This one they're using a worldwide license to use reducing radiation dermatitis in patients undergoing treatment for cancer. That's huge. Now, in this one, Camille, they're in stage 2, and I'm going to show a nasty picture to the users there, but it's on there, but it shows you kind of what they do. The dermatitis clinical study is successfully completed, as well as discussions of FDA regarding phase 3. Now, this is huge too there, Camille, because if that happens, again, think about it this way, Camille, you're sitting at $1.19, and they're reducing the induced dermatitis caused by the radiation treatment. And you can see, the listeners can see the picture on that there real quick. It's pretty unfortunate there. It says approximately 85% of patients treated for radiation therapy will experience the modern severe skin reaction. There are no approved treatments currently. If they come out with this, Cameo, it's another blockbuster there, and they're almost in phase 3. So sitting on this one, don't get in now, but I'm saying possibly watch after the promotion list is done and look at this one there. So that's another study, and then skipping on to the next study here, which is the oral capsule. They're also working on an oral capsule for respiratory diseases such as asthma and influenza and COVID-19. That's huge too. We don't need to go into COVID as far as what it does, but their dosing is in phase 2/3 clinical trial of temporal for an oral antiviral product candidate. The trial is designed to enroll 248 unvaccinated and early COVID-19 infection 18 years of age or older. The primary endpoint of the rate hospitalization for patients receiving Tempo versus those receiving placebo. Eligible subjects with positive COVID-19 infection within 5 days of entry will receive the placebo. Patients randomized to Temporal will receive 800 milligrams a day in 2 divided doses, 400 milligrams in 14 days. So, if that succeeds as well, Cameo, you know what we're saying. I think this is a no-brainer. I usually don't say that, and neither do you. But these guys can do. I'm going to be in myself, and I know you are, just because you could see it. You're not going to get rich quick overnight on this. I'm not going to say that. We don't need to go into the Alphabet News. We don't need to go into the Mockingbird media, because we don't need to read what they say. The information is on the website. Yes, can websites BS you and things like that? Yeah, they could BS you, but it's kind of a no-brainer. We don't need to go to Stockwits to see what the real traders are saying either, just because I'm pretty confident in this stock. How about you?
I'm confident too.
Yeah, I don't want to read what they have to say, because the dermatitis thing is the hugest thing, one of the huger things. I mean, the COVID thing is huge too, but the dermatitis thing, just because they're in phase 3, the news is going to pop about that. And when that pops, when they hit phase 3, you will get money that way. But if the COVID thing and the other studies that they're doing, especially with the oral pill, it's just a matter of time before something happens on it, and you should do decent. I would say this is a decent investment. Is there risk? Yes, there's risk involved that the whole thing falls flat apart, but like I said, it's for the good of mankind to help out with this. I know, like I told you, Camille, that when the pandemic was going on, I threw some change at a company that it didn't come through with vaccines and stuff like that. But at least I tried, and I gave some money to try to help out, you know? So, yep. You got anything to add on this besides you being excited and wanting to get in?
No.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. And then we're going to be peace out of here. We're only going to do 2 tonight because we covered a lot into this one, just because this one was pretty exciting. So, okay, guys, the next stock we have is KODK. KODK. I wonder what that stands for there, Camille.
I don't know. What does KODK stand for?
Kodak. Last tick on this one is $7.25. This is actually a good swing trade here. I think that's why it's trending there. Going through the months from December 20 all through the 21st, you're up and down, up $10 below, down, up, below. You almost about 4 times in early 2021, you almost hit the 1250 range, and you stayed into that range right there. We're not going to go into the website, talk about what Kodak does, because unless you've been on a planet somewhere far, far away, you'll know what Kodak does. So we don't need to discuss what they do, because most of us know what they do. If you don't know what they do, then just go look it up somewhere on your Google machine. Going on to Yahoo Finance, the reason why this is currently trending right now. And like we said, Camille, if it is trending, do you go out and buy this stock today?
Why?
No, do you go out and buy it if it's trending right now?
Oh, do you?
Well, my answer would be no, but if you're a swing trader and you want to make quick bucks, then you could take the risk and do it if that's your game. So there's 2 options you can take on this. Yes, you could try to swing it, or you could just play the game and buy on the cheap. So the big thing is coming here, this is a plug from Yahoo Finance and Cision. Digital market sizes grow for US dollars 61.62 MN from 2021 to 2025, and Eastman Kodak among key market contributors on that. Their graph is showing on here that it looks like the digitizer market without screen and digitizer with screen, and geography of North America, Europe, APAC, MEA, and South America. The forecast analysis for 2021 and 2025 report has been added to the Technavio's offerings. And do you know what the digit marketizer size is expected to grow to 61.62 million by 2021 to 2025? So that is huge news there. The digitizer screen without segment is the leading segment of the market. Yahoo says at this rate, the market projected to grow. The digitizer market is expected to accelerate to 3.21%. Now, how big is the North American market? 31% of the market's growth will originate from North America during the forecast period. The market's year-over-year growth of 2021 and 2.75. The digitizer market is fragmented, and the degree of fragmentation will accelerate during the forecast period. In a bid to help players strengthen the market foothold with the digitizer market forecast report, provided a detailed analysis of leading market vendors. So with this, Camille, what say you in this breakthrough in as far as the numbers on that?
Well, watch it closely, dude. So you can do.
Yep, get in when you can, because the market is only growing for these guys. They have, for their digitizer market 2021-2025, the segmentation, type, and geography. You can actually view the free samples now if you go on to learn more about the digitizer market. They'll give you the market size, the market trends, and they'll also do the market industrial analysis. Or you could subscribe to their light plan build annually for $3,000. There you go. The market's 2021, 25, 25 key highlights are listed on there as well in the article. You can go onto it, or you can just take the stock and swing trade it and go back and forth, find your buy point. It'll probably jump up and down. I think it's a decent swing trade. What say you?
Yes, it is.
I could see why the guys, we're not going to go on to Stockwits because everybody knows about Kodak. Like I said, if you're on a separate planet, this digitizer market, digitizer news with the brand is decent. I could see why it's trending. You're at 7 and change. Just play it how you can, and maybe you can make a couple extra Christmas bucks is where I would put it on this one. So that's all the talking points I have today for what I have. I didn't do the third one because I really didn't like it. I'll have more news tomorrow, but we covered some of that with Evergrande. And Cameo is going to go back to picking out his black toilet with sparkles on it for his winnings at what he did this week. What say you there on the pink sparkly toilet?
I want it black or gold.
You want it black or gold toilet?
Yeah.
No, I'm not drinking Turbo Force because President Q Card has delayed the supply chain, and I can't drink my Turbo Force, so I'm up to making my own drinks now. So thanks a lot, Q Card. I appreciate the supply chain issues and the port issues. It's really awesome that this is going on. Do you have anything?
The crazy part, he wants to blame the truck drivers.
Well, he likes to blame everything because it's all everybody's fault except for him. If he could get, they could cut off all the freebies and quit with the, what is it, Cloward and Pivot, I think it is, the how to destroy an economy. Look up that article too. That's a good one. I should actually refer you guys to that one before I go. Where was that article at? I'll try to. So everybody on the show, look up the paper Cloward and Piven strategy, orchestrating a crisis so the government can solve it. That's kind of what's going on right now. If you don't believe me, it's not Black Hawk helicopter theory. You can currently read actually what's going on if you got this far in the broadcast. If you didn't, then what else do you have to say to you, Cameo, on the show? Anything to add?
Nah, just read it. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't.
Yeah.
Leave your comments at the tomorrow show.
Check it out. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll have another good one. And Cameo, you'll be on the road. Where are you going to now? The People's Republic of what?
Nowhere.
Oh, he's on the home front again. So he's on the home front, and get your comments in. What do we got, a week till the drawing again? And we're going to let you guys pick out what you want to have, because I'm tired of driving around looking for crap. And you guys just pick out what you want. If they got it at the place I go to, they got it. If they don't, then I guess I'll have to pick it out. So what's your call out?
Over and out, ski.
Don't make it a dog show. And good night now!